have just been announced. It's a really decisive victory for Syriza, with perhaps up to 40%, very close to 40% of the overall poll. The predictions are they'll get somewhere between 146 and 158 seats in the next parliament, needing 151 to have a majority. So it's a very decisive rejection of the nightmare, the horror of austerity that has been visited upon Greek workers and poor over the last whole number of years by the Greek establishment and by the European capitalist classes. It's also a decisive rejection of the incredible campaign of fear. Like in 2012, they tried to scaremonger with everything possible to make people to vote for the Conservatives again, as opposed to taking a chance on Syriza. It didn't work at all, and people have gone in huge numbers to Syriza. It opens up now a new phase of the struggle right across Europe. It's a big assistance for those in Ireland, for those in Portugal, in Spain, elsewhere in Europe who are struggling against austerity, because it shows there is an alternative to austerity. It isn't the only way that things that can be done, and it raises people's hopes. Now there's a number of very important tasks. I think it's very clear that the European Commission and Angela Merkel, they will try not to respect the Greek vote. They will not respect the rejection of the unsustainable debt. They will not accept the rejection of austerity, and so there needs to be huge solidarity in other countries in Europe demanding that the vote is respected, demanding that the debt is written down. There needs to be a massive struggle from below to make sure that the blackmail that will come from the establishment is not accepted. A struggle by the Syriza government, struggle from below in Greece to ensure that all the reasons that people voted for Syriza, that their promises are carried through, but also a struggle in other countries in Europe. This is a decisive turning point potentially right across Europe. It places back on the agenda the idea of left governments, and it places back on the agenda the idea of building a massive movement for fundamental and socialist change right across Europe, to build a different sort of Europe, to build a Europe that serves the interests of the millions as opposed to serving the interests of the millionaires.